Hello, hello, my dear health seekers. Inga from Health Origins here. So I'm greeting you on this lovely sunny day, and we're gonna be making my favorite spread or sauce recipe, which is cashew basil pesto, or just simply vegan pesto. And this is such a versatile recipe. My husband loves it. Whoever tries it, they love it. So you not only you can spread it on breads, on pizza, for example, but you can also dilute it and use it as a salad dressing. You can use it as pasta sauce. You can use it in lasagna. Just so many ways you can use it. So without further ado, let's begin. So the ingredients we're going to need for this, I've posted them in my Facebook page. So if you're joining me live on YouTube for my cook along for weight loss show, every Sunday 7 o'clock, on Fridays I post the recipe I'm going to be making and also the ingredients you're going to need so you can prepare and cook along with me. So we need a cup of soaked cashews. So the cashews I've soaked for at least 3 hours. I think it was 4 or 5 hours actually. So you can leave them either overnight or at least for 2 hours. Just soak them in water. Then I've got 4 tablespoons, big tablespoons of nutritional yeast. That's like a secret ingredient making it tasting kind of cheesy. Then I've got some salt. I've got 1 clove of garlic. I've got some zest. So this is zest of about half a lemon, just maybe a little bit less. I've got the half a lemon for juice too. I've got my secret ingredient, which is onion powder. I love putting it in any savory dishes. So onion powder here. Then I've got a cup of washed basil, and then a cup of washed spinach, just to kind of bulk it up, really, to give more greenery. You could use it just more basil or just only basil, but I like adding this spinach to add more greenery and more kind of wateriness and more bulk, really. And then we'll need a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar too. And the way I like making this pesto is in a tall jug with my stick blender I've got here. You could make it in a food processor. It should work quite well too. You could at a pinch work it in a blender as well. It would work. However, you'll probably need to scrape the sides quite a few times because it's just a thick paste and it just splashes onto the sides and you need to keep on scraping. That's why I like using the stick blender, because you can control exactly where you are blending it. So let's begin. All you need to do is put everything in the tall jug or in the food processor if you're using food processor, and then just blend it all up. So I've got my cashews, adding my nutritional yeast. We'll use half a teaspoon of salt, and I would suggest add half a teaspoon, and if you need more you can always add more. So we'll add about half a teaspoon. Then I've got a teaspoon, well, not a teaspoon, 1 clove of garlic crushed. And if you have any comments or any questions about anything I'm doing on the show, please comment and I'll get to them after the show. I'll answer them to you. And if you're new here, guys, as well, consider subscribing, because I'm going to be doing these shows every Sunday. And also I have a new video coming out every Wednesday. So subscribe and hit that bell button so that you get notified of any new videos or shows coming out. So I've got the lemon zest in. Now I'm going to squeeze in the lemon. So half a lemon we're going to need for this. Make sure I get all of the juice out. Okay. Then I'm going to add the basil. and the spinach. And the last ingredient is the apple cider vinegar. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of that. And also, as an optional ingredient, you can also put a teaspoon of maple syrup. A lot of times I add that, but that's not necessary. So that's an optional ingredient. But it does make it really nice, even extra nice. So we're just gonna blend it all up. First, need to switch it on. It's looking good, guys, and it's smelling good. So with this recipe, you go for the consistency of the pesto you like. If you like it in bigger pieces, more texture to it, don't blend it too fine. Or if you like it more smoother, just continue blending until you get the consistency you like. And voila, this is it. This is kind of the consistency I normally go for. So it didn't take that long, actually. Let me get a different spoon because that one had a bit of garlic on it. So now it's just the taste test. And obviously, if it's missing salt or a bit more sourness, you can always add more apple cider vinegar and put a little bit more salt. Yum. Wow. It just goes through all the taste buds. This is such a great spread / sauce. So versatile. And then all you need to do is to basically put this in a jar and keep it in the fridge, and it keeps for about 5 to even 7 days. But it never lasts that long in our house. It always gets used up, on breads, on different things, and pastas and salad sauce, like as a salad dressing too. So that is it. So this is how it looks like. So if you can see it a little bit, it's a little bit sunny here, but it's nice and green. So it looks great. And at a pinch, you could use, because obviously cashews is quite an expensive nut. Nuts are expensive, right? So if you were looking for a cheaper version of this, you could soak sunflower seeds and use sunflower seeds to make this. It does have slightly a little bit of different taste. However, it's still nice. But the downfall with the using sunflower seeds instead of cashews in this recipe is that this spread or sauce gets kind of darker. It oxidizes with the sunflower seeds for some reason, so it loses its color. It becomes not a very nice color. So that's the difference. So you probably could use sunflower seeds if you were going to eat it straight away. If you want to store it in the fridge in the jar, I would definitely recommend doing with cashew nuts. And have a look around and see what shops are doing the cheapest cashew nuts. I normally buy mine at Lidl. So they come in kind of 150 gram, about 250 gram packages, I believe, for £1.75. So that works out about, I calculated about £9 per kilo that it costs. So that works out much cheaper, because in some shops, online or in some shops, it's around 15 pounds and even 19 pounds per kilo. So yeah, shop around and see where you can buy cheapest cashews. And this is one great recipe to use. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and share it with the friend who is struggling to find an oil-free vegan pesto, because you might find some vegan pestos, on the market. There's more vegan options on, out there now, which is great. However, a lot of these options do include oils and added ingredients. Whereas, if you make it at home, that all the ingredients are whole foods, they're, great, there's no oil added, and it's super, super yummy. So if you're new here, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell button so you get notified, and I'll see you guys next Sunday for another recipe. And don't forget, food is fuel, so be mindful what you put in your body. And I would love your ideas and suggestions as well, what I should cook next few times. So put it down in the comments below as well. See ya.